Motorola India has now launched a new smartphone in the Indian market, and that's the Moto One Fusion Plus. I mean, with the nomenclature, it has been some confusion always with Motorola, but I'm not sure what this name particularly is going to define here. But One Fusion Plus is the name, and forget the name. The specs here are actually pretty good. I'm yet to get the device. I'm not sure whether it would arrive on time, but the sale is on 22nd or 23rd, so there's a week to go. But with the specs, the Motorola One Fusion Plus is actually a very good phone because it does not only about the specs but also with the price. When you compare this with some of the phones having the same chipset, the Poco X2, the Realme X2 as well, with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G, if you know that chipset is made for gaming, and it's the same one that comes with the 8nm process, and it comes with the two cryo gold 470 gold cores with 2.2 GHz clock speed and 6 cryo 470 silver with 1.8 GHz clock speed, Adreno 618 GPU. So this chipset was particularly made for gaming. Then came in the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G, which was also a pretty good one, but the 730G was a very well performing one, a proven chipset to do well with gaming. So this phone is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G, but with the other specs also, Motorola surprisingly hasn't done any compromises. There's a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus display with the 1080 to 2340 pixels of screen resolution, and this HDR10 certification as well given here. And with the base configuration or whatever the configuration is given, it's 16,999 for 6GB RAM and 128GB storage. So there's no dearth of storage as well. Though there's a hybrid SIM slot and you don't have a dedicated microSD card slot, but there's no headache about the storage itself with 128 as the base option here. And with the camera combination as well, this is 64 megapixel f1.8 primary camera, 8 megapixel wide angle camera, 5 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth one. So a quad camera combination on the back. Fingerprint sensor is also present on the same Moto dimple area. On the front, you don't see a camera because it's a full wide display, and you see only the pop-up selfie camera with the 16 megapixel sensor in there. So pop-up in a way was going phased out. Slowly we had seen brands moving away. Even Realme had it on the Realme X, and then they decided that okay, let's keep it simple and better. Let's go with either the punch hole or the notches which were common and which are still common. But Motorola has now thought that let's get back to this pop-up selfie camera. I guess in a way it would depend on user's choice. I personally had slowly taken away. I mean, I had thought that let's not use any phones or let's not recommend these, because usually these physical things are something that have to be taken care of, and if there's a damage there, you can't even be sure whether the brand is going to help you with the repair, or are you going to be charged a lot for that. And here there's that pop-up selfie camera with the 16 megapixel camera there, and with the battery as well, it's a 5000 mAh battery. So I have two phones which I'd be comparing with whenever the phone arrives, or whenever, if the phone doesn't arrive, we probably would be buying it if you guys are interested in the full reviews and comparisons. But the Poco X2 is one smartphone and the Realme X2 is the other one. These two phones are the ones that actually would be the best to compare with, and they both are pretty good phones if you know. And there's also the Redmi Note 9 Pro and the 9 Pro Max, which came with the Snapdragon 720G, so, and even the Realme 6 Pro with the 720G. So there's quite a lot of phones in this price range offering a very good sheet of specifications, and not just sheet of specs but also the actual performance. Since we've used them, they were good, and we hope that the Motorola One Fusion Plus also does the same. And apart from this, there's also the 18-watt fast charging support given here, which is the turbo power charging called by Motorola. So it's not bad either. At least you have the fast charge support, unlike Realme X2 and those kind of phones which are going up to 30 watt and without any increase in pricing. But still, 18 watt is not bad. So this was an entire list of what the Motorola One Fusion Plus is going to offer, and it's officially launched today for the price of 17,000. So we'll be anyway deciding based on that whether to buy a device, buy the phone or not. But it does look good on paper so far, and we finally hope that Motorola has turned the tables a bit here, because it's still stock Android as well, and people have been getting issues with the custom UIs and with the Android updates on them. At least with this smartphone you have the base Android with no bloatware, with no headache, and only the stock Google experience. And also with gaming, that's what it is going to be important, because the chipset is good, the battery as well is good with the 5000 mAh capacity. So is it going to be the next best gaming smartphone in this category? We'll also check that out. So that's it in this video. This is all about the Motorola One Fusion Plus. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching and see you next video.